The Duke and Duchess of Sussex left behind royal life to bring up their children Archie and Lilibet in California. Meghan Markle hated silly royal protocols and wanted her children to grow up with American freedom, according to a staff member at Kensington Palace. The Duchess of Sussex struggled to adhere to the rules after she married Prince Harry, as detailed in Tom Quinn's new book Gilded Youth, an intimate history of growing up in the royal family, which was informed by the staff member and one of Meghan's former royal advisors. Kate, Princess of Wales, had to follow similar rules to Meghan when she married Prince William. However, she was able to cope with it better as she does not have Meghan's messianic tendencies. The worker said, "I don't think in the whole of history there was ever a greater divide between what someone expected when they became a member of the royal family and what they discovered it was really like." She was hugely disappointed. They added that because Meghan was not a blood royal, like Kate, she was treated in a slightly condescending way. One of Meghan's former advisors echoed these claims, saying, "Meghan hated being controlled by royal protocol. The fact, for example, that at Kensington Palace royals have to announce in advance when they are leaving the palace and where they are going. This is partly for security, but partly also to avoid a situation where a senior royal is upstaged by a more junior royal, leaving just when the more important person leaves." While they said that King Charles agreed with Meghan that the rules were silly but hard to change, Prince William completely bought into it with his 3 children. They said, "I think Charles agreed with Meghan on many points. He thought much of the protocol was silly, but it is hard to change. William has bought into it, which is why George and Louis and Charlotte are so conventional and look like something out of the 1950s. Meghan wants something different from." Last month, Mr. Johnson said, "We must give the Ukrainians what they need to win this war, this year. By ensuring that Ukraine wins and that Putin fails, we are making the best and the most financially efficient investment in the long-term security, not just of the Euro-Atlantic area, but of the whole world," Ms. Truss also said in the House of Commons. "We have built up now an alliance of countries supplying those weapons, and I can't wait to see the tanks, and I can't wait to see the fighter jets in Ukraine to help those brave Ukrainians. We need to do all we can to make sure Ukraine wins this war as soon as possible. Every extra day, a life lost, women violated, towns destroyed. We need to do all we can, as fast as we can. My view is that does include fighter jets, and we have had a discussion today about which are the best possible options, having spoken to the Ukrainians about this, months and months ago. I know what they want is an option, on fighter jets," Mr. Urash added. "I don't know how many more Ukrainians Russia has to kill to convince Western leaders to take another step. Every single time the same story happens. Russia does something horrible, then the West takes the step that was impossible just weeks before. Our point is simple. Make the decision early to that fewer Ukrainians die."